Welcome to Darren Daily On Demand, your most trusted resource to help you become better every day. Here's your success mentor, Darren Hardy.
This morning, I have an important lesson for you to remember later today and every afternoon. So there were these three judges who sat on a parole board who determined whether inmates would be granted parole or not. So on this day, all the inmates that they reviewed had finished at least 2/3 of their sentences, but only one was granted parole. Why? Well, as it turned out, the determining factor in whether the person was given parole or not had little to do with their crimes or rehabilitation. The first person appeared before the board at 8:50 a.m., the second 3:10 p.m., and the third 4:25 p.m. Only the prisoner heard first thing in the morning was freed. The study of more than 1,100 decisions over an entire year showed that the prisoners who faced parole boards earliest were more likely to receive parole. 70% of the time, early morning appearances were paroled compared to only 10% who were reviewed later in the day. Here's why. When people become tired and fatigued, they switch to a quicker, more efficient, and less energy-consuming but more valuable form of decision-making. When we are tired, when we are fatigued, we have a much more difficult time collaborating, communicating, and compromising. We are much more prone to just choose the default option when we are tired because it's hard to think through all the other options. Decision fatigue helps explain why ordinary, sensible people get angry at colleagues and families, splurge on clothes, buy junk food at the supermarket, and can't resist the dealer's offer to rust-proof their car. No matter how rational and high-minded you try to be, you can't make decisions after decisions without paying some biological price. It's different from ordinary physical fatigue. You're not consciously aware of actually being tired, but you're low on mental energy. The more choices you make throughout the day, the harder each one becomes for your brain, and eventually it looks for shortcuts, usually in either one of two very different ways. One shortcut is you become a little reckless. You start to act impulsively instead of expending the energy first to think through the consequences. The other shortcut is the ultimate energy saver. Do nothing. Instead of agonizing over decisions, avoid any choice at all. Ducking a decision often creates bigger problems in the long run, but for the moment, it eases mental strain. You start to resist any change, any potentially risky move, like releasing a prisoner who might commit another crime. So the fatigued judge on a parole board just takes the easy way out and the prisoner keeps doing time. So here's what I want you to remember for today. Number one, be sure to schedule all your critical thinking, decisions, planning, and creative work early in the morning. And two, if you market products or services that require decision risk, send your emails, make your calls, and set up your appointments for early in the morning. Number three, if you sell indulgences, market them in the afternoon when people are reckless in their decisions and trying to sedate their fatigue. So there you go. Cha-ching! That just made you money. That's what you get for showing up here each morning. Not just better every day, but more money every day.
Hey, Darren here again for a sec. I just want to tell you how impressed I am with you. To be one of the few, the rare, the exceptional, who are committed to getting better every day. You are my kind of people. And because you are, I want to invite you to something special. I'm hosting a private online training event. It's invite only, and it's only for high achievers or those striving to be. So, by your evidence of being here with me now, that means you. I've been asked to share some of the little-known secrets that I've picked up about all those super achievers that I've interviewed, spent time with, or profiled on one of my TV networks or in Success Magazine. Thinking about it deeply now, there are three very unique methods they use that I think gave them the edge, probably more like a unfair advantage, in fact. During this private broadcast, I'm going to reveal those to you, what they are and how you can use them too. With them, you can shock and amaze your peers, competitors, and family. I've used them myself, and it is a big reason why I've been able to produce the results I have over the last several years. So if the idea of taking your current output, your current results, and your current income, and 2x, 3x, or even 10xing it sounds interesting to you, then I encourage you to join me. I can show you just how to do that step by step. This special 1-hour training with me is free. It's my gift. To register for it, I highly recommend that you do it as quickly as these private trainings always exceed capacity quickly. Just go to DarrenHardyBroadcast.com. Let me say it again while you write it down or punch it into your phone. The registration URL is DarrenHardyBroadcast.com. Hope to see you there.